Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Today we are talking about content marketing ideas for independent travel agents. Maybe you have recently graduated from your host. Maybe you are starting to curate your own brand. Maybe you're trying to figure out how to navigate all of the things social wise and in the world that can garner you more leads and more sales. So if you want to get top content marketing ideas, if you want to learn how to generate fresh new ideas that can turn content into clients, and keep on watching. That's what we're talking about today. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. We put out content every single week that helps you grow, supersize, launch your travel businesses, and I don't want you to miss a thing. And we put a ton of content over on YouTube that we don't always post in other places, so you want to make sure you're not missing out. And this week, guys, we're talking about content creation for those of you who are independent travel agents. If you're new here, I also want to say welcome. Put a little "I'm new" typed below in the comments, and I would love to welcome you to our community. And if you are new, you might not know who I am. My name is Cyndi Williams, and I'm best known for being the CEO of Careers on Vacation, which helps people just like you launch, grow, and supersize amazing travel businesses. I also own and operate my own award-winning, nationally recognized travel agency, so we actually test all of the things that we train on this channel. So you're in good hands to keep on watching. So if you are in the stage where you're just thinking about getting into the travel business, I also want to tell you about a really cool free resource. It's my free masterclass called The 5 Shifts to a Six-Figure Travel Business and Beyond. You can get it by heading over to careersonvacation.com/ready now. If you came across this video and you're just thinking about getting into the industry, not sure if it's for you, or you want to know all of the best ways to get into the industry, check that out. It's totally free. There's nothing to sell on the webinar. It's literally just because we get that question so much in all of the places on social. I created that as a free resource for you. But today we're talking about content marketing ideas for independent travel agents. So if that's you and you're like, I need to start creating better content, more engaging content, or how do I get content that really converts into clients? And I know this can be a difficult journey, because if you've worked for another agency, or you've worked for a host where they have all of their content in place, or they have a branding package, they have some of those things already done for you. When you get to the point where you're graduating beyond that place, now you're like, oh my gosh, I have to create all of this myself. And I want to remind you that content, especially engaging, exceptional content, is really critical to stand out in today's marketplace. It's why someone's going to choose to work with you versus the other 5, 10, 20 agencies that might be in your area, right? So the number one challenge that I hear when people sit down and go, I'm going to get serious about content, I want to do this, I've got to figure it out, I know I have to do it to grow my business, is they kind of get ready, right? And tell me if this has happened to you. Drop a little comment or a little like on the video. Where you're like, I'm just not feeling creative today, or I'm just not creative. That's the number one thing we hear. Like, what should I post? I'm just not feeling creative, right? So the first place I want you to start, before you even get to the keyboard and you're like, what should I post, is I want you to take a pause for a second and step back and think about, do you have a defined branding identity? Okay. So what does that mean? Does your brand look good? Do you have a good logo? Do you have a good company message? Is your copy in a good place? If it's not, that's okay, but I want you to make an initial assessment of, does the brand look good? Because your brand speaks before you do. Before a client speaks to you, your branding has to speak to them, right? So make sure that your branding is good and that you're starting to ask the questions. Who am I in the world? How do I want to serve people? What do I specialize in? What's unique about my company? What am I most excited about sharing with the world? These are questions you can ask yourself to help get clarity on the evolution of your brand, or coming up with your brand story, or evolving wherever your brand is now to where you want it to be. Because trust me, when you're feeling great about your brand and your logo and your messaging, it becomes so much easier to put stuff in the world, because it's kind of like having a really good stamp on what you're proud of, and you know it's going to resonate with people, and all of the other content stuff comes a little bit easier when you have a clear understanding of who you are in the world, who your company is, and how you want to serve clients, and how that is projected from your brand, right? So think about that. Have a clear understanding. I think one of the groups of agents that's a good example to use is Disney agents, right? You know who you are. I have the wall of ears over here. But Disney agents do this a little bit easier because they have such a love of Disney that creating content becomes a little bit easier for them. They're just sharing what they love, and that turns into, whether they even realize it or not, engaging content. They're like, here's when the Boo Bash is happening. Here's when this restaurant opens up. Or, oh, we just saw these new snacks come out for Flower and Garden. They're sharing what they love, but their enthusiasm for what they're putting out into the world, it just projects in a bigger way. So I want you to kind of adopt as you evolve your brand and think about what you want to share with the world and what you're excited about and what you want your business, when people think of you, what you want them to think of. Think about what you love and what you want to share with the world. So I want your approach to be the sharing what I love approach with your business. If you start from that place with your content creation, your content development, that will help it come a little bit easier, and it will help not to have the feeling where you're pushing, like, I have to be creative today. I have to come up with something to say. Instead of like trying to force that issue, say, what am I excited to share with the world? What am I excited to tell people? Or maybe you've read stuff that's opening or things that are happening. Like, take those things that you were interested in and turn that into a conversation. See how that feels easier and it feels more organic? People love authenticity. They love when you come from an organic place. That we can tell you from testing. We have test results to back that up. The authentic approach, right? It translates so much better in today's environment when you are building a base of clients and building a community and selling to people. Gone are the days of the slick car salesman, right? It is about reaching people in an authentic way and on an organic level. So remember that. Okay, so let me get into some good ideas here. I have a whole list together for you here. So first thing you can think about is, what are the areas that you specialize in? Obviously, you want to curate some content around what you sell, right? If you don't sell safaris in Africa, don't talk about safaris in Africa, because people, if you're marketing that, talking about it, engaging in conversations, people are going to think that they can come to you for that. And if you're like, oh, but I don't really handle it, right? So you'd be surprised. Some people just have these like third-party feeder sites where they just put stuff on their pages. It makes really no sense, and it doesn't feel organic or authentic because it's going out to hundreds of other pages, right? But for you, what do you sell? Start some conversations around the things that you sell. Do you sell Hawaii? Do you sell Disney? Do you sell FIT trips to Europe? I don't know what your niches are, but think about content related to the areas that you sell. The other thing that you can parlay on top of that is tips, tricks, and advice for those same destinations. What are things that people need to know before they head out on their first cruise? What are things that people need to know on their first trip to Disney? What are things people need to know if they're going to Hawaii this year, right? Think about those tips and tricks kind of concept or kind of slant on your marketing for destinations. People love that stuff, especially you may have been to, like, I've been to Disney, like, I think we counted it up the other day and it was like over 40 times, right? Like some ridiculous number. I've been to Disney so many times, sometimes I forget what it's like to have your first trip where you're like driving through the gates and like, what does that first trip person need to know, right? So think about that. Challenge yourself to put you in the seat of your potential clients and your active clients and go, what can I produce that would be quality and value-based? So people love that tips and tricks stuff. It really works well. You also can, as you're sharing tips and advice on these destinations, what you're really doing is putting yourself into kind of a positioning yourself as an expert, right? And kind of when they think of what should I do, you want them to think of you. Also share breaking news. You know, we had updates that have come out recently, Hawaii reducing restrictions, some places taking off mask mandates. We have less mask mandates at Disney, Universal. That's all stuff that's just happened in the last few weeks, right? Are you talking about it? Are you sharing it with people? Are you giving them that breaking news kind of feel on your channel so they know you are always up on the information? Just by sharing those updates, they realize you are on top of your career, on top of your job. You are the go-to. You are the know it person when that stuff comes out. And for that reason, when they think about their next vacation, you will be top of mind. And that's really what good content does. Okay. So don't forget that breaking news can help as well. Another thing you can do if you are traveling yourself is resort reviews, your personal rating, or maybe come up with a concept for your agency to do a rating. We do this at our agency. We have kind of like a pineapple rating where we'll give pineapples based on different criteria for resorts. And that's a lot of fun. And it starts a conversation with people. So think about incorporating that on some level as well. You could also think about doing a series or a theme about a certain travel topic. So if you are covering fall, things that happen in the fall time around the world, or one of the things we like to do at the holiday time is holidays around the world and how different cultures celebrate the holidays, right? You can think about that for the areas that you sell, or just as a fun piece to share with people. Because again, what are we doing? Talking about travel, positioning ourselves as experts, staying top of mind. That's really key. Now, I'm not going to go on a soapbox about video. You guys know my thoughts on video if you've been following the channel for any amount of time. I have been training video to travel agents since before it was a thing. And for that reason is why we have, so many successful grads and clients for those that are engaging with creating a video strategy. Last year, in quarantine, pandemic, everybody got on the video train, which I'm so glad about because it really does move your business forward. But if you are new to video strategy, I know it can feel overwhelming, but I want to just have you start thinking about it and remind you also there's two different types of video styles that work really well. One is the informational, here's what's going on, here's some updates. The other one is a vlogging style. If you're taking people with you while you travel, we do both of these styles for our agency, and we do both of these styles for Careers on Vacation. So we have travel with Cyndi videos, travel with Tripsy videos. We have, informational ones as well. So think about which ones resonate for you, and maybe just test or get out there and try one, see how it feels to you, and at least get a video strategy started for your agency. Video content ranks higher than any other type of content, and that's why it is so key and important as you move forward. All right, couple of things to keep in mind as you start to build out all these beautiful content pieces is it's not just about the upfront content, but it's also about the back end and how you can multi-purpose the content, how you can layer it into different ways with marketing. So I want you to think about one, what is your call to action? This is one of the number one mistakes I see agencies and agents make all the time is they make a beautiful video and they're like, thanks for coming along today at Disney, right? What do you want the person to do at the end? What's your call to action? Do you want them to call you to book a vacation? Do you want them to just follow you on YouTube? Like, what's your strategy behind your marketing effort, whether it's a post, whether it's a video? So think about how you're incorporating your call to actions in your marketing. The next thing is don't forget to post your content. If you make a great video on TikTok, it can also be used on Reels. It can also be used on YouTube Shorts, and on and on and on. So are you cross-marketing your content? Are you using it on multi-platforms? Do you have that in place? Another thing that you can do is repurpose your content in marketing efforts, right? All of the marketing that you're doing, whether it's direct mail, whether it's an email campaign, whether it's a sales funnel, there's so many different marketing techniques. We really, in our Careers on Vacation program, where we train people how to supersize and launch and grow their agencies, we teach them how to get a marketing machine in place where they're putting a multifaceted marketing engine really in place. But one of the things I want to just challenge you to think about is how you can repurpose pieces of your marketing in different ways. So think about if you have a good piece that resonated, it got good engagement? Where else can I use it to maybe cross-populate and market as I go forward? So don't forget, that's a key piece. And then also define what your goal is with your marketing. Is my goal to grow a community? Is my goal to get people to book a certain vacation? Is my goal to fill a group? Is my goal to get a consultation call? What is your goal with your marketing? Decide on what that is first, and then create your content with that goal in mind. That way you're not having I'm throwing spaghetti at the wall and let me see if anyone calls me approach. No, my goal with this piece is to do this, and with this post is to do this. And as you start to market, track results, right? Tracking the results, figuring out what works and what doesn't. That's really important. We did a video last month on really paying attention to analytics to help you understand what marketing is good and what marketing you shouldn't be doing, because otherwise you'll be in creation mode forever if you don't take a minute to assess and kind of calibrate and troubleshoot. All right, I'm going to give you an example now. So let's say, like, Cyndi, that's a lot of great ideas, but how do I put it in play? Let's say you're filling a group to go to Disney for the holidays, right? So how could I create content with this goal in mind of filling my trip to Disney? Well, one, you can have posts that talk about all of the holiday happenings. You could have a post that maybe shares what the holiday snacks that just got released look like. You could share some beautiful ears from the holidays. You could even have a giveaway where you're giving away some holiday ears for anyone that is booking the trip, or anyone or just run a contest in general to get leads, right? Maybe you want to say, have you booked your holiday vacation yet, in a post? Maybe you want to go over the dining menus when they're released, right? They always have the cool holiday menus for Disney. Or maybe you want to do a themed giveaway around the holidays and some video talking about what's happening. Then cross-post Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and on and on and on. So this is how you create what I call a campaign around a particular objective. Our objective is to fill a group that we have space for to go during the holidays. And here's all of the things that I'm plugging in to make sure I'm filling that group and even attracting new clients to do other things as well. It's kind of becomes multi-purpose at that point. And then what's your email campaign going to be around that goal as well? So see how I'm plugging in all kinds of different content creation with that one goal in mind? That's how this stuff works, guys. So doing that in a big way. So remember, great content equals not just stronger engagement and a stronger following, but really you're able to plug that content into a marketing strategy, into your marketing machine, which will equal sale after sale after sale after sale. So I know this is so much information we packed into this video today, but I want to remind everyone, if you don't get overwhelmed, marketing is a lot, right? So take it day by day, do it little by little, start from wherever you are today and build on it. I know it can be overwhelming if you've never been a marketer before, but I want to remind you, if you want to be a successful travel agent or a successful travel agency, you have two hats to wear. One is the actual act of booking travel and taking care of clients and helping them with their vacations. The second is you need to be an online business owner, and a big part of that is being able to market well, so you're feeding leads into your engine, into your business on a regular basis, right? So if you guys want help, if this is something that's really resonating with you and you're like, yes, I want to know how to do all of those things in a bigger way, if you want to define your brand, if you want to outline your marketing strategy, decide on what those call to action should be, what those goals are, help improve your content so it converts for you on a regular basis, or really grow your following online so you're getting regular conversions out of your online followers and turn those followers into paying clients. And I want to invite you to apply for Careers on Vacation. Definitely check it out. You can go to careersonvacation.com to get all of the information. But in short, it is a 12-week intensive mastermind where we teach you everything that you need to know to maximize results in your travel business. You not only get access to our online travel program, but you get access to my amazing team, the same team that helped me grow my business from 6 figures a year to 6 figures a month. Imagine, right? So amazing. And this is the most reviewed travel training program in the industry. We have over 100 plus reviews right here on YouTube. So definitely check those out, our case studies. And I'm sure there's a story that's probably similar to yours if you want to learn a little more about it. But if you're ready to apply, you can go to careersonvacation.com/ready now. Our classes are super filling up this year. We had our biggest year ever in the company last year when the pandemic was happening, because everybody had the time and they knew that this was coming, that the resurgence of travel, and that has flowed right into this year. So we do have wait lists for certain classes in 2021. So definitely get those applications in early and just have a conversation with us about what your goals are. If it's a match to work together, then we will talk about how to apply. And if not, of course, we're going to wish you well. So guys, I hope this was helpful for you today. I wish you so much love, so much abundance. I wish you the world, and I'll see you back here next week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye. If you like that last video, make sure you check out my other content to help you grow and scale your very own travel business. And also, I invite you to travel around the world with me and find out what I'm doing in my portable, profitable, award-winning travel business. Check out the videos.